Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
You can snicker if you want. I do. I snicker all the time.
It was hard not to, actually.
Yeah.
I got the mentality of a 7-year-old. You know?
I'll join you there.
Good morning. It is 21 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Dr. Sarah Usher from Carabelli Dental, and husband/IT guy/patient.
Yes. Exactly.
Dustin
he fills
Usher.
many roles.
Yes, try to anyways, yes. Try is the key word there.
So is it, when he's patient, is it at home? Like, I know you got the dental chair and everything set up at the office.
It depends.
But if you're at home, you're like,
it depends.
Hey, sit on the toilet there. I'll get you there.
It depends how mad I am that day. Yeah.
Okay.
It's either coming to the office for the good sedation stuff, or you're getting this done at home.
Yeah, it depends on how good or bad I've been.
She gets home,
absolutely.
line up for the root canal. Like, oh, she had a bad day at work.
I didn't throw the trash out. Dang it, I forgot.
As long as I'm sedated, it's okay. It don't matter.
Looks like a filling's needed.
What? I didn't remember that. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Out with that molar.
That's right. Kids bring over a bad report card. Man, I'm getting false teeth.
Just take them all out.
That's right.
You don't have
No
any
more pain.
You don't have any more for me to take out. Stop getting disease.
Well, nope, now gum surgery. Here we go.
I'm going to replace the implants with more implants.
Brutal.
I kid, of course.
Yeah.
But, of course, Dr. Usher, you and Dr. Keon kind of hold down the fort there at Carabelli Dental. How's things at the office right now?
Dental World has been awesome.
Yeah?
We've been having a lot of fun. Actually, the past few months we've been seeing a lot of patients for sedation and wisdom teeth removal, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
There's just been a run of that here over the fall months here?
Yes, it's been really, really good. I feel like we've had a lot of adult patients come in with, like, pain, even with wisdom teeth, and typically you think of wisdom teeth, hey, let's get these out when you're young,
Sure.
and, typically that's what happens, but, life runs its course, and sometimes that doesn't take priority, and so, yeah, we've had a lot of those cases, sedating individuals, making the experience comfortable for people while we do those surgeries.
Sure. I was in my 30s when I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
That's interesting.
And all four of mine were under the gum line and completely horizontal.
The fun ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually the top two, and this was Dr. Carey back before you guys were there.
Absolutely.
He was able to yank those two out, but the other two I had to go under for.
Yeah,
they had to go to
exactly.
I guess an orthodontist, I guess would have been.
Or maybe an oral surgeon, yeah.
Somebody different.
Exactly.
And they had to knock me out for those.
Okay, yeah.
That was.
So that's what we've been doing a lot of, is a lot of those surgeries with sedation. And, it really helps people, as you mentioned, hey, I got two out, but I needed, the sedation for the rest. And so that's kind of cool because we can do it all at once, get all four of them out, and then you kind of have a better experience in that way. So we've been doing a lot of that. It's been a lot of fun and seen a lot of families in the office.
Piece of advice for anyone getting wisdom teeth pulled out. When they explain to you about what not to do to get a dry socket,
pay attention.
Pay very close attention because I know a lot of people are like, okay, whatever, I'm going to use a straw.
Yeah, I'm just going to suck on this. Yeah, exactly.
I got a dry socket.
They're painful, aren't they?
They're not pleasant.
No, and a lot of times it's more pain than what they initially came in for.
Yeah.
So I tell people, like, pay attention, like, don't do this, make sure you do that, and keep the area clean.
Yeah.
So Dustin, from a patient perspective, actually, he's done a couple procedures with sedation. Do you want to tell us how sedation was?
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually a cool little story. So this is actually my first major dental surgery ever.
So you've never been knocked out, so to speak?
No, not at all. First major surgery, actually, ever. So it was...
So you're probably a little nervous.
Yeah, I was a little
even
scared,
though you're
right?
like, hey, I know the doc, but
surgery, a little scary, right?
Sure.
It's not like you go to the hospital, and who doesn't want to be sedated for a surgery?
Not especially when your wife's the one doing. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like, did I really make her mad?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're already nervous because you've never done it before, and then you're like, do I have a woman with some anger issues at me right now?
What did I do wrong last night? Hold on, is this gonna be good? Should we reschedule? Right?
Right. Like, let's come back after I go to the jewelry store. How about that, sweetie?
Yeah, and it's not like, for sedation, like you go to the hospital and you're like, I'm going to just go and sign off not to get sedated, have my gallbladder removed. you're not going to do that, right? You know what I mean? So like I wanted to be sedated, and the whole process was just amazing. Like I didn't feel anything, didn't hear anything, didn't smell anything. You know when you're in there, right? You're drilling on your tooth, you're like smelling all kinds of burnt. Who knows?
Someone cooking toast in here? What's going on?
Right. So after that, like, you know,
like sourdough bread that's burning.
Exactly. I'm like,
hey, someone's lunch is burning. What's going on?
No, that's your tooth.
You know, so long story short is like I didn't remember a single thing. Next thing I know, I'm at home. You know, and I'm like, did I just have surgery? You know what I mean? Next time, can I go in when I get my teeth cleaned and get sedated as well for that, you know, for teeth cleaning? So it's like, the experience was just awesome, man. It was enjoyable. And
that's great. Yeah. That's great. By the way, he also signed for, he didn't realize he signed a bunch of financing for some new furniture and a couple other things.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, you remember those earrings I was wearing the other day? You did that.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Sedation was worth it.
Sedation was worth it.
I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, you said it wasn't that apprehensive, like you said. I'm sure you built up in your head this whole, and we all do it. I don't care. Anytime you're nervous about something, it doesn't matter if it's dental work or bungee jumping, you always kind of build up in your head
10 times
worst case scenario and everything, and then you go through it and you're like, oh, that was what it was.
That was okay.
And in essence, that's exactly what happened.
Absolutely, yeah. It was like major like gum surgery stuff, you know, just like don't remember a single thing. I was like, that's great. Happy. You know what I mean? So
and how was the aftercare and all that too? Is that, I mean, that's really, to be honest, when you want to talk about success in your recovery of surgery, it's all about the aftercare. If you follow the doctors and Sarah's instructions on this stuff, it's usually pretty pain-free. It's when you skew off that a little bit is when problems arise.
You know, you bring up a good point, and a lot that's what me and Keon were talking about, Dr. Agar were talking about the other day, is how, you know, you're talking about dry sockets, like how many dry socket patients do we see? And I'm going to knock on some wood here, but honestly, we do not have those situations where patients are coming back with like post-operative pain, right? So part of it is, hey, we're educating you. Let's make sure we're giving you the right information. And then, hey, what are you going to do with that information? And you know, people are just so awesome. They do, like you said, follow the rules and rinse their mouth and follow everything we're saying. But you're right. The big success is, did I go home nauseous? No, I didn't, right? Because we're giving you the medications to prevent that from happening, right? Did I go home and, you know, have pain? No, because we're solving that problem before it even happens. So you're right. It's the surgery itself is important, but more so it's like, how do I feel when I'm at home, you know, 2 days later, right? So you're right. I'm glad you brought that up because that's a good point.
Yeah, it's really I know it's very invasive mentally, and you think about it, but at the end of the day, it's really quite easy, and you know, and generally speaking, people are like, now you get to have a milkshake, and you get to get treated like a child afterwards, and that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care what anybody says. It's kind of nice to be. We'll get you home, sweetie. You want a milkshake, chocolate? Okay. Yeah, you know, and of course you're hopped up on the medication, so you're just like, okay.
And even after, like I said, minimal pain, nothing. I mean, it was amazing. So
did you get made fun of in any way, shape, or form afterwards?
I really don't remember that either. That's how good it was. Yeah.
I did. Because I had to go, and they told me before, because you had something in your stomach, I guess, where you take your next pain meds or whatever. Yeah. So they said, as soon as you're done, go get a milkshake, and they have that. And my mouth was not functioning properly. And they're like, here, let's suck this milkshake in. And, and it's like not working.
Not to mention without a straw, right?
Yeah.
So then you got to like try to get it, and then the lips not working.
I looked. I looked. I'm not trying to. I look like an adult with like special needs. I just had just shake all over my shirt. I'm like, just the expression of just complete stupidness on my face. And I'm just like, people are like, that guy's got problems.
So half in your mouth, half on your shirt.
There you go.
They're like, poor Mike. Oh, poor Mike. Let me help you with that.
and I think I've told this story on here, but and then my wife, because you're not exactly in the best decision-making ability when you're hopped up on the
you're happy.
Absolutely.
It's all good.
And so they said you need to ice down your mouth. You know, ice packs the first day, and I think it was heat after that or something. And you know, this was a couple years ago.
Yes.
And so what we did, my wife had a great idea. You know. And so we've had the ice packs right here, and then she took pantyhose and like tied it around. So I'm sitting there with this picture, and I guess in my state of highness or whatever, she said, I said, yeah, take my picture. And so they took my picture, and now I'm still haunted to this day by my
With that
Facebook
picture.
page of this picture of my face all with
my
pantyhose
gosh.
around my head too big. And she was like, you told me to. I was like,
No, I didn't.
I was not in the mood to be, or clearly in a state to be making.
And actually, it's framed hanging up on the wall too, right?
Yeah, I was like, this is not. Now you're going to rely on my decision-making ability at this particular moment. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Facebook stalking you today, so I can go find that picture.
Yeah, exactly. A picture of me
yes.
With your pantyhose around your head.
Now, it's not as bad as some of the videos afterwards where people come out of the anesthesia
Oh
talking.
gosh, yeah.
Do y'all get to give her
We do.
experiences
Oh yeah,
in
we
the dental
do. We
office?
do. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Is there a lot of videotape filming of these
yeah,
poor
so
people?
like as we're walking them out, it's like you have sister outside, like with their phones on, and then like patients just like, what's up?
Yeah.
I got my teeth out, I'm done, like my teeth are out, so they're like trying to talk, and then the mom's like, shh, be quiet, don't be so loud, and then the brother's on the other side, hey, are you done? And,
Like straight to Facebook. There you go.
Yeah.
Have you had any that got real vulgar or anything, like some of the ones you see on TV?
Oh yeah,
Or on
sometimes.
video?
So I'm like,
Oh,
no
man.
bad words, and they're like, beep,
Yeah.
beep. And you're just like, okay.
Beep that beep.
Yeah, beep that beep now. Like, so it's like real funny.
Yeah,
But the
that's
thing
right.
is, like, people just like that's part of the relaxation. I think
Sure.
is like it's not vulgar in like an angry way. It's just
Sure.
like they're just chill. Like they're just like
their inhibitions
yeah,
are just
it's all good.
record them, but don't put it on Facebook. Just
Yeah.
record them and
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
this is what you did just,
Now, and to
a
be-
half hour ago.
Exactly. And
For
to be
ransom.
clear, it's always the little sister or brother or who's recording. So like we never like obviously record our patients or anything like that, but it's always like the family who has
yeah.
it. So if you come in to get your wisdom teeth taken out, just rest assured it's not us recording you, it's your little brother.
Yeah.
So make sure you have a chat with him before you come in.
Maybe get some kind of legally binding contract
yeah, exactly.
established
Yeah,
exactly.
before you go into into the office.
Unless you're like Mike and you just like, you give full jurisdiction on everything. And
Well, at this point, there's not a whole lot much worse out there that you could do that I, haven't.
been there, done that. Yeah.
Hence the giant me, and fortunately, that's the top half without the pantyhose and everything. With the rest of that one.
Too much.
Yeah, been there, done that. But
Very cool.
But here's the thing we talk about at Carabelli Dental. And that's the thing, regardless if you've got major work that needs done or just looking for like your permanent, family dentist.
Exactly.
You guys, you and Dr. Keon and really the whole staff there. It's a very friendly atmosphere. It's very
It is.
judgment free, and what I mean by that is people get nervous coming to the dentist, and especially if you didn't grow up or weren't one that you just regularly went, unless your parents have a regular healthcare plan or pretty good shape.
Sometimes you weren't there.
Dentist is like,
Exactly.
hey, if it ain't hurting, it ain't nothing wrong with it,
And and not only that, priorities have taken us in different directions in the past few years, right? So there are individuals who maybe haven't been to the dentist in a while because of certain, whatever's been happening in the world. Maybe you're consumed by that. Your
COVID,
priorities
yeah,
have
and all
taken
that.
you somewhere else. So, absolutely, there's always a story to what's going on, and whatever that story is for you, it's individualized for you, and we provide that care that you need based on where you're at that moment. And no, there's definitely nothing to be ashamed about or anything like that, because we all got our own thing going on, and when you're there, we want to help. So as you mentioned, our team is really awesome. I think when people walk in the office, that's what they notice. They notice the smiles and they notice the welcoming atmosphere.
Sure.
And it doesn't start with me or Dr. Agar. It's with the staff, And so to make that patient welcome from that first initial phone call to all the way back into the chair to say, hey, yeah, let's get this treatment done.
Sure.
It's definitely not me. It's the staff. It's Dustin on that other end, like making sure patient information is protected,
well,
right?
But to say that
that's
if
a huge deal.
That IT side worked in your days a nightmare. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's called IT, invisible till needed.
That's right. Well, see, and we were joking earlier about she in command in the chair there, but at the end of the day, he's the guy controlling the power and the
absolutely
and where the computers do its thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's that's a position of power. So
Oh,
just saying.
absolutely.
Yeah, honestly, when I designed the network infrastructure, I was sedated. It was that good. So I don't even remember.
Uh-oh.
So there is a a slight balance in the leverage game
Exactly.
in this situation here.
Exactly. I got to behave too.
But in all seriousness, what you're saying is it's a family atmosphere. It's
Absolutely.
The staff it works well together. They're happy there. Everyone's sure it's a job like everything else, but at the same day they're all happy to be at work. They're happy to visit and
Absolutely.
talk with folks. I know every time. I go in there and get my cleaning and everything where we kind of pick up the conversation where you left off with my dental hygienist and everything.
Exactly.
And then we got to figure out some way to figure out how Keon can ask me questions without 27 things in my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the rule here. I'm like, should I answer you? Should I just
Am I
wait
gonna,
patiently?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to, bite.
Am I going to get poked?
A, don't want to get stabbed. B, don't want to, taste blood.
Exactly.
That's your finger. I don't want to do that either.
Exactly. Yeah. We have a bad habit of that. It's like, hey, how's it going? How's Susan? Oh, and the dog. Are you guys? And it's like we have like 12 things in your mouth, and you're just like, you're just like, oh,
Was that a yes? No?
Yeah, but we like weirdly understand. And we're like, that is so good to hear.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome that Susie went and got her new hairdo done, and now she has a perm. Like, we're just like, how did you hear that?
Right.
I don't know. We developed these weird like dentist ears.
Maybe it's kind of, or you're just by the tone. It's like, oh, that's good. Oh, bad. Frown.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I really wanted to talk about the staff there, when it comes to IT security and being a dental office, we're responsible for HIPAA. Everybody knows what HIPAA is, right?
The security and protections and what you're entitled to and what
absolutely.
What privacy you can expect.
The standards
patient,
body.
All of that,
protect patient information.
Yeah, absolutely. And the staff there are training like annually, quarterly, weekly, going through different trainings. And I have an example. There was a suspicious email that came over to one of our front staff, and Adriana, and right away,
give me all your money.
Yeah, right away she was like, it flagged like, well, this doesn't look right, So she sent it over to me. I investigated it. It was benign or whatever. But again, that just shows how our staff take care of our patients, their safety, security, their information, and they're on point with that. So commend them. Besides the the data encryption, the firewalls that we have in place, the staff is really the front line of defense.
Sure.
And they do great. So I appreciate that.
They're
and
really great.
Speaking of that same vein here, I know during the whole COVID pandemic, you guys did a complete overhaul of the filtration system in that place. And so pretty much that's the most sterile air in the planet that you're going to be breathing in that building because of the filtration system and everything in place.
Yep.
It's all obviously medical grade stuff here, and so you walk in there and next thing you're like, how come I don't have as many allergies when I'm hanging out in this
Why
building?
am I breathing clean air right now? Yeah, we did that. No, you bring up a good point because we were really concerned post COVID. It's like it was at that time when we didn't really know what we didn't know, and we were like, how could we make it a little bit better, safer, like what's for whatever's next, so we worked with RPM here local, and we did a full filtration system, so we have fresh air pumping through the office. I think it's like every 4 minutes or something like that. So old air out, new air in, and it makes a difference because if you think about it, when you go to the dentist, right, you're in this small little room. It's like your little cubby, right?
Close contact.
Yeah, exactly. You have your hygienist there, and you have all this all the little bugs from your mouth floating around. So what happens to that, right?
Yeah.
Well, pre our cool ventilation system, well, who knows? It got filtrated, and sooner or later it made its way out. But now it's like a definite. We definitely know that the air is being filtrated, and we definitely know that it's clean, and that's what matters for our patients. It matters for us working there, but for our patients, we're breathing in clean air.
I'm kind of curious if you yourself or any of the staff have noticed less issues with allergies and things or anything like that.
I haven't asked.
Okay, I'd be curious to wonder if you're spending more time in that building.
Absolutely.
If they're
What's the difference?
I don't need to take my Claritin as much or something like that. I bet they're experiencing some of that.
That's a good point. I need to ask them.
Yeah, because if there's nothing to aggravate
the pollution or whatever. Yeah, that makes a good
O2
point.
stats actually above 100% now. It's so clean.
It's so clean. It's starting to get dirty. Around.
Coming full circle.
Like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Of course, if you're looking for obviously a new family dentist here, or you just have a medical or a dental issue that you want to get looked at, please call Carabelli Dental. Set that appointment up. You guys are very flexible with working with people and getting in. And if you're apprehensive, if you're nervous, don't worry. They've got the training and expertise to help you with that. Make the experience as pleasant as possible
Yes.
with everything here. And modern dentistry, especially if an older folk and hasn't been to a dentist in a while. The technology. If you haven't been to the dentist in say 10 years or
Absolutely.
so, it is 1,000% different technology
Yes.
and things. Even like when you go for a cleaning and the equipment they're using for that,
Exactly.
and how you rinse your mouth. I mean, all that's different than how it was when 10 years, even as little as 10 years ago.
And the technology to speak to that point real quick, the technology isn't intimidating by any means. It's actually better, right? So we have this really cool scanner. Maybe someone remembers getting a crown and we had to put, Play-Doh in your mouth and you bite it and it's going down your throat and you're like want to gag.
Right.
Sedation, please.
Yeah, you're like, hey, let's knock me out real quick.
Yeah. It's different though. We have this scanner. You need a crown. We scan your mouth with this digital camera. There's no more gooey stuff that goes down your throat. You don't have to worry about choking or, I'm going to throw up or anything like that. So that's part of the technology. It's not intimidating technology. It's technology to make your experience better and more comfortable, honestly.
Sure. Well, I mean, even like for like deep cleanings and things, the water. The water, I say water pick, but it's not really.
It's
water
like the
pick.
Cavitron unit, like the ultrasonic unit. Yeah,
and that's back in the day they were using the hooks and everything in there, and people
the
like,
loud
man,
scraping.
yeah, and all that.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, obviously for just light stuff, they're using the little hook to get.
Yes.
But if they do need to get a deeper clean in there, they've got that water pick technology
it's more efficient.
It's more efficient. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't.
Exactly.
It's not people. It's just water getting shot on your mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Go
one
ahead,
thing that's
Dustin.
great about the staff there too, they're always coming up with new innovative ideas, whether it's from check-in to check-out,
Right.
to make that process a better patient experience.
Sure,
like
streamline it.
for example, checking in, with iPads, sending their charts to the account, the clinical staff, like you said, with these new technologies in the back, just making that whole experience better for the patients. It's awesome.
And everything's quick. You get you come unless you come like an hour before your appointment time. But if you get there a few minutes early, you're usually in the lobby like 5 minutes, and then which is kind of unheard of in a doctor's office this day and age.
You're right. I mean, honestly, it's like everyone's so overwhelmed, honestly. But we really tried. There are days definitely that we do run behind, and we have to catch back up. But for the most part, I think that's part of what we do really well in the office is stay on schedule so that because we value your time. I mean, maybe you came for a lunch break, maybe you came for real quick before you can go pick up your kids
in between appointments here.
Yeah, so we try really hard to respect people's time and all that jazz, and we think that we do a really good job with that. Again, kudos to the staff because they're the ones who make things go around in that office.
Sure, yeah, it does make it easy for you and Dr. Agar and everything when you have good team around you, people that can kind of let you guys just go from patient to patient and do your thing and keep you guys on task.
Yes.
And from an IT perspective, they make my job, easy with what they know and their knowledge and their training.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Because usually the IT guys like the weird dude that no one likes.
He says,
You should see my little closet office I have over there.
No.
It's only like 2 by 2.
He says we make his job easy. Can you count the hairs on his head for me? Honestly.
I'm always going, wait, what they
Well,
say?
is that marriage related or work related? That's a double-edged sword here.
Did I lose it during sedation? Hey, I had a full head of hair before sedation. What happened?
Man looked like Bob Ross before he got it.
Yeah, it's like, come on now, Jeez. I was like, last time I guess today.
We kid.
Yeah, no, it was great.
But,
well, we throw a little bit of stress your way every once in a while.
Yeah,
it's like, Dustin, this computer, room A, what's going on with it? It's not turning on. I need it on now. He's like, ugh.
well,
Is the light on? Oh, it's off. It's powered off. It's okay. Just plug it back in. Push the power button. We're good to go.
We're good
Start
to
back
go.
up.
Well, that's the world we live in. It's like IT people versus the rest of us. It's just that world we live in.
True.
Because IT guys,
Yeah.
and I know it's when the first generations, they were picked on as nerds and things.
True.
Now they're cooler now,
Yeah,
but
a
in the
little bit.
day they weren't. So they didn't develop the social skills they needed.
We have the keto hands and like on the keyboard and just sitting in a dark room.
And so they had all these people treat them like crap as kids. Now they're like, I got the power. Oh, you want to do things? You need me?
Payback.
Time to kiss the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I said, the staff are just really innovative in general. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And just me just
Absolutely.
working along with them, and it's like that's great. So I really enjoy it. So.
Yeah, I'm joking when we talk about all this stuff, but And at the end of the day, if you're looking for a home to for your family or you yourself for dental needs, and
Yes.
Carabelli Dental, they got you covered. They can help with it's you always get like dentists and they say we specialize with kids and all. We can do all that stuff.
Yes.
You guys work with children and have fun and make the experience just as painless for the kids as you do for the adults and everybody else, and making dental starting to try to put some fun in dental work again.
Exactly.
I mean, it's one of the there's not one person on the planet says I love going to the dentist.
Never,
Nobody says that. No
never.
one loves this.
I hear the opposite quite often, and then it's joking time, then you kind of lighten the mood a little bit,
Sure.
and the dental assistant will kind of say something funny, and then the patient is relaxed a little bit more. But the first thing is like, I hate this office. I hate being at the dentist office. I hate the dentist. So I'll joke with him, and and I'll say something funny back, and
I hate going to work.
I hate patients.
Me personally, I love going to the dentist. Actually,
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. Yay. But no, seriously. So yeah, it's like it's natural. It's a natural thing to not want to be poked and prodded
Sure.
on your teeth and in your mouth and in the gums, and then you're bleeding and it's like, oh man, that was me. Sorry. But it's cool. It's we have a fun time there. The staff is real cool. Me and Dr. Agger really appreciate all the patients who come in, and just the ability of people to come in and have, the motivation to be there. That's
Sure.
challenging, That's challenging.
Well, that's where it works. Is you have a place that people love coming to, and it's a family. But at the end of the day, you provide a service that's very much needed, but
Yes.
very much not wanted. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's people not going there if they didn't have to.
Exactly.
And
And it's a win-win situation. People are happy. They get their families in. They get the treatment they need. Those wisdom teeth come out. Experience afterward is good. No pain. And then it's a win-win situation for everyone. So,
absolutely. And I imagine, too, you get the people, especially folks that maybe been sitting with an issue, just
For a
riding it
while.
out and everything.
Yes.
And then they finally go and get that taken care of, and that
Yes.
pain's gone, or that
Huge.
issue's gone.
Huge.
And it literally is a life-changing event for that
It's
person.
a quality of life issue. I mean, can you imagine waking up every morning with tooth pain, one tooth or 10 teeth or whatever it is? But I mean, I can't imagine that you go through your day happy, or
Also, personalities change at
Oh,
that point.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely. Or an individual who maybe needs a new set of dentures that doesn't have any teeth or something like that. I mean, that is huge to get your smile back, right? I mean, we have a lot of family gatherings coming up in the next few months, and it's like, to get people,
Why suffer?
We've had people cry in our chairs because they're like, wow, I could take a picture with my grandkids this year. So that's real cool,
That's true,
we
too. I
have
never
these
think
such
about that.
good,
Yeah.
we have these good, experiences with patients, and it's like, now I can smile again.
Sure.
It's not like the closed mouth smile and the selfie, it's like big teeth smile, and
Sure.
happy. Let's show people who you really are, so.
Absolutely. And finances, you work with folks,
Absolutely.
So, I mean, obviously insurance covers, but if folks that need help there, you work with everybody.
Yep, absolutely. We have some payment options that are available, and
You shouldn't have to, put out the farm to get a smile.
Exactly.
You sell the farm
Exactly.
to have a smile that you
Exactly.
deserve.
and like I said, the whole experience, even getting a cleaning, just get sedated. You don't remember anything at the office. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not? I just go for the sedation. I need to get a nap.
Yeah, my dad actually, to bring it home a little bit, my dad is actually one of those people who hates going to the dentist, right?
It's just apprehensive.
And my dad is not a dentist. He works in a different field. So he was like, he came to the office at one point, and we actually had to get, do some deeper cleaning, as you mentioned. And I was like, well, Dad, why don't we get you more relaxed? Let's sedate you. And my dad's like, okay. He's like, sure, let's do whatever you want to do. Let's do it. So I sedated him, and he wakes up. He's like, it's like he goes home, sleeps all night long, and wakes up the next morning. He's like, gosh, he's like, that's the best sleep I've ever had. And then he's like, I didn't know you did that. He's like, every time I come here, I'm getting sedated. And I was like,
Perfect example.
so now I've turned him into a monster. Every single time he's here, it's like, Dad, you just need a little basic cleaning this time. He's like, no, it might hurt. Let's just put me under.
He's like, spot on my teeth. Better knock me out.
Yeah.
it is, exactly.
I just cleaned you.
Yeah.
We're just brushing your teeth now.
Yeah,
Dad. Stop.
We're just flossing and brushing. No. That's hilarious.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I ruined that one, but he didn't really know what to expect, and he had such a good experience, and
Now he's got the cleanest teeth in the block.
exactly. Like, Dad, you were just here like 2 weeks ago.
But and that's just it. Come experience it. We build things up in our head, and
Exactly.
don't let the pain. Don't let the. I know. I'm that stubborn ideology too. I know it's like, oh, it's just fine. I'll deal with it, or I will. Let's worry about the kids. Don't worry about me.
Yes.
No. Get that taken care of. It's too easy not to have this taken.
Yeah,
care
we're
of.
here. We're here to help. If you're ready to make that step or to get something done, we're absolutely love to help you. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Give out the phone number.
Sure. We are at Carabelli Dental, and we are at 575-622-4455.
All right.
Yep.
And of course, Carabelli Dental's on Facebook, and
Yeah.
you got your website
Absolutely.
and everything else. Just, I think it's Carabelli.
Yes.
Okay.
Carabelli.
I always do it phonetically in my head.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there is no Dr. Carabelli. Just to put that out there. We have some patients come in sometimes. They're like, I want to see Dr. Carabelli. We're like,
me too.
ain't here. Sorry.
This persona we
you got
created,
Dr.
yes.
Sarah or Dr. Keon?
I think you should go. Maybe that should be a character of yours. Maybe for Halloween,
Ooh, interesting.
Dr. Carabelli.
Interesting. Keon, I'm gonna put Keon.
Keon will be all over that.
Well, I went with you because I figure it fit Dr. Carabelli.
Yeah. You bring up a good point.
That's awesome.
And I think it should be a comedic character with a big, huge belly.
Yeah.
And it'd be Cara
This is a-
Belly. And then the belly comes out.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, how can I
Need that tooth? Here you go. Just give it a good whack there.
I'm going to eat it. Cara Belly.
Get
in my belly, baby. Belly.
Telling you, I think we got a theme here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. So be careful.
hilarious.
Exactly, patients. Be careful what you ask for.
That's right. I get the Dr. Belly coming out.
That's
You
hilarious.
hear the PA speaker going, paging Dr. Belly. You know what's going on.
Yeah, we all have our radios. Like Dr. Belly, room one.
And we start, no!
Not Dr. Belly.
Dr. Belly.
Oh, man,
I
that's
kid, none
hilarious.
of this will happen.
That's hilarious.
You never know.
But definitely check out online Carabelli.
Yes.
Check out Facebook, and then of course come on down there right here on North Main, right next to the Rousel Convention and Civic Center.
Yep.
Right in between Sonic and the Convention and Civic Center.
You'll find us.
Right smack dab in between is
Yes.
Carabelli Dental.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Very good. Is there anything we missed? Anything we
I don't
wanted
think
to share?
so. No, I think we talked about everything. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really
Everything
happy to
and
be
then
here.
some.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, thank you guys, and thank you very much for joining us
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
And
Thank you for
now,
having me,
and now if I got computer questions, I'll be asking guys. I'll walk. If I got in my
Yep.
teeth, I'll be locked in.
Yep.
Hey, my computer keeps doing this. Can you ask your husband to take a look at this?
Absolutely. Did you turn it off? Did you turn it back on?
Yeah, he's like, have you tried rebooting it yet? Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mike.
absolutely.
We'll
Thanks,
see you
Mike.
next
Yep.
Thanks for having
Have a
us.
good one.
Anytime. All right.